So we're gonna play or watch rather Archipelago. Knock Knock playing the English against Hossein playing the Juicy's Legacy. So English gonna be
Very interesting.
very interesting. So having one more range on water is really can be really the difference here between winning and losing a fight, especially in when it's about sniping out the demolition
The
ships,
demos.
the
Yeah.
demos. So yeah, there you can see it. If you haven't watched this map before, there it is for you. Hossein playing on the top side, Juicy's Legacy, on his little weird, yeah, whatever it is formed island, and
Uh,
then
I'm
knock.
very glad he opted to build the dock there and not in the tiny pond
Oh
to the
my,
north.
oh my, yeah, just
Would have been an
imagine.
instant GG right there.
That would be, yeah, that would definitely would be. I mean, like with the bottom one, like there's at least one deep sea water fish, so he could actually go for for a dock here. He did scout that. See, he is aware of that. That would be so fun if he. I mean, at some point he probably is gonna go for that, and then just have like two fishing boats out there. But for now, resources are scarce, and then you can't really afford it. So classic opener here with dock and then going for the shoreline fish here with the villagers, which is a very fast gathering rate, and then the fishing boat here coming out. By the way, they changed it a couple patches ago, and I really love that you have like the blue line for the eco boats, and then there's the yellow line here for military boats. Because if you're like rallying here and then like all your archer ships they end up here, or you're rallying to here and then you have a fishing boat here, like it just sucks. And so I really like this
That's
change here, that the devs implemented that. I don't know, it's like 8 seasons into the game, so that's very nice to see. And then on the other
yeah.
side
I'm
we also have the dock.
yeah. Looking at the game here. Okay, so Hossein is going to be behind on the water, but he's going to be ahead on the land because he has the imperial official, and that's probably why he had to be behind on the water because he starts with less resources. So it's going to be a very interesting dynamic because the land is going to fuel the water army, especially with wood and gold. It's going to be interesting. A few things to note about Archipelago. Unlike most of the water maps that we see, most of the map is water. It's not
Mm.
a river, it's not a tiny lake. Most of the map is water, and that opens up the game for a very interesting dynamic. I don't think losing all of your ships, if the battle is even, doesn't mean insta game over. Just because there's just so much water, you can sneak docks everywhere.
Right, yeah,
Um,
yeah, this will be like
and and you have two sacred sites, right? One right dead center, and one in this little island off to the side of the map. So that's going to be your win condition. You're not going to
also.
try to destroy the landmarks of your opponent. You're going to try to go for the islands. Strategy-wise, do you go very heavy on ships and try to simply overpower your opponent on water, or do you also try to establish some land presence? Because eventually, wood and gold are gonna run out in your base.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. So you could definitely like for the majority of the game, I would say you can play like full on water, like you don't have to build a single barracks here. Um, just because if you keep the water presence and if you win water, like you don't really need to mass up a land army because then your opponent will not be able to attack you because you're controlling the water. So definitely, water is extremely important for this kind of map. But yeah, as you mentioned, eventually your resources will run out, or you win the water, and then you're like, okay, great. No, now what? And so you definitely at some point need to go out, and then maybe like either like go for a very forward base here if you can afford it, or just build up land army and then just send it over via transport ships. So that's gonna be definitely interesting to see how both players are tackling this kind of issue. Um, Knock Knock is scouting out right now with his fishing boat here.
Oh
Very
no
fun to see
way!
that.
No way! Knock Knock is going for the Abbey of the memes. He's gonna get the king.
Yeah, which
Oh,
I
hopefully there's a transport.
well, the thing is, like, it absolutely makes sense on this kind of map. I mean, in general, I think it's the better landmark anyway, just because you get access to the king, which you don't get access to otherwise, and the council hall just provides longbows. I mean, yeah, it does like insanely fast, but you can just go for a couple of archery ranges, and then you basically do the same job. So Abbey of King's definitely a great landmark nowadays, with the king and with the healing aura and everything. And then also, I mean, why would you need the council hall now and then just pump out archers if you don't even get them to your opponent in time? So it's gonna be interesting to see the king being transported over here and hopefully not being sniped down by some archer ships here from Hosein. So
Oh, absolutely. So there's another thing I want to say here. Water has been very underplayed in Age of Empires 4, but in Age of Empires 2, water has been very much figured out. Of course, the game is very different, but the main strategic points are to either just go for water fights and prevent your opponent from fishing, which then enables you to get to out-resource your opponent so much that you can just transport units over. And with the sea army, with the navy, you can set up a beachhead where you can land your army, so you can like try to win that way. Or you can build a proxy base in your opponent's base. I can see this this little section here, like very close to the north of the map, where you could maybe do it. Or like in the very western tip, but there's so much wood here that you can't really build anything.
yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Uh,
it's gonna be really difficult to build a proxy base. I mean, yeah, you could like on the west side where the deer is at, but the thing is, at the time when you get there, it actually might already be occupied by Hossein, and then he would be notified when you start doing some shenanigans like that. So difficult to pull that off for sure. Um, so yeah, definitely not easy to do that. We do have the king here, making sure that this villager is really getting all the fish here. So I, it actually looks like he's looking down on the on the fish here, or he's
yeah, work, you peasants.
working peasant,
Um,
or he's scared of the seagulls. Yeah, I'm not sure which one it is. But yeah, so we have the first hulks here, the archer ships, or not, the Springle ships rather, and then the galley, the archer ship here from KnockKnock. Does he have the?
oh, what a microphone saying.
Okay, so he doesn't have the Admiralty right now, which would give him one more range to combat ships. But at the same time, it is quite expensive to get it, and so it doesn't really. It's not really a good use to get it if you're only having a few ships, because you're better served if you just go for a couple more ships instead. But at some point he will get Admiralty, and then he has his ships have one more range. And I fought against English before, and it's insanely annoying to deal with them because like they outrange you, they get the explosive junks down, the demolition ships before they reach you, and like I mean one range doesn't seem a lot, but if you think about longbows versus regular bows, you realize like what that actually can mean. So
Yeah, absolutely. Range is king in these types of fights here.
oh yeah,
You can snipe demos much more easily. You can kite easily. You can use your galleys, your junks. No, the hulks. Sorry, the hulks, the springle ships, much more effectively because you can hit and run and not really be hit back. Just it's so good. Second best unique water tech in the game, in my opinion.
which one would be the best in your opinion?
The Abyss attack that gives you plus 15% HP
That is very
allows,
nice as well.
yeah, allows springle ships to survive the second demo shot. Instead of being very low on the first one, they have enough health to survive 2 demo hits. You
That's
need
right.
3 demos to knock down the springle ships.
Yeah, I personally, but I mean, I'm absolutely biased in that regard. Which water tech I really like is the Mongols piracy one, where you get basically a bounty every time you shut down any kind of ship. And so especially in a 1v1 like this, the amount of resources that you get is insane. But at the same time, like you first need to
King is gonna land. Sorry, the
first,
king is
yeah.
gonna land.
Yeah, it's gonna. But the thing is, like, first you need to kill them. So let's see what he is actually seeing here. So he, of course, is no scout. He doesn't see a lot, but he did find a lot of villagers here, making his way over here, finding the gold veins here actually. So and finding the sea as well, getting a shot in here. But the thing is, like, as long as he doesn't get killed, he is fine. He can just stand back here at some corner and heal back up. Because out of combat, he heals up pretty fastly actually. A lot faster, like double the speed than the French knights, for example. So um, really gonna be annoying, and Hosein has to deal with that by going for at least a couple spearmen, which is just a lot of resources that has to put down on land, which then he can't properly react to on water as well. Um, Although I mean, as I'm saying that he has like 3 docks, and he's gonna be fine. On the king got killed already. Wow, that was a short-lived king.
Yeah, king got killed by 2 spears, and Hossein defended. So KnockKnock stretching his own APM very thin here. This is where APM becomes important, but there's a big attack on the villagers. All villagers are dead here. That's what one.
Yeah, and then that's gonna be maybe not the second one. But yeah, APM really being the bottleneck here. Focus on water, focus on land at the same time. That's where the skill is gonna come out here, and the skill difference is gonna be crucial in these battles. And army value right now pretty even for both players. A lot of demos here. He could take out the dog here with the 3 demos. He opts to not do that. Let's go back. Still no Admiralty for now. But then again, it takes a while to actually pay off for him. Yeah, that's gonna be in the Imperial Age, so Thunderclap bombs not really important right now. Demo ships being used well here with pushing back the opponents. Sorry. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, if you look at the army value, it's fine for now. It's pretty even. Destroyed value is also pretty even.
Yeah, only the 7 worker kills for KnockKnock is the outlier. 1 villager, mostly fishing ships. Oh, good sacrifice there from Hossein, sacrificing the low junk for the demo ship. Really good. You have this very powerful fight here. KnockKnock feels like, might feel like he's very much in the lead here. Don't forget, Hossein's economy scales a little bit better, and he has the meditation gardens, providing a lot of food, a lot of gold, which is important to fuel this navy of Hossein's. What I'd like to see, though, so KnockKnock is just trying to attack in this one direction. KnockKnock could go for a cheeky flank here.
Yeah.
And try to outmaneuver Hossein.
Yeah, it would take a while to get all the way around this island here. But that would be a cheeky flank. And the thing is also, like, if he's going in this direction here, he's gonna be met by a lot of ships here. If he manages to sneak in here, like, look at all these fishing boats here. So the reason, like, even though there's a lot of villager kills here, or worker kills rather, for KnockKnock, the villager count is still pretty even, and that's because Hossein is more on water in terms of fishing boats than KnockKnock is right now. I mean, not massively, but just a couple more boats. And so if you could take out these, that would spell disaster for Hosein's economy. So yeah, it actually looks like he is going for that. Glad to see that he is watching the stream and taking our our suggestions in.
Yeah, stop it, bro. Even though the game was 15 minutes before we started.
It doesn't matter. It's still just because I said it. You know it's true.
Yeah, Caster's Curse always applies.
But Hossein, with this one ship here, is able to react on time. So it's a very nice usage here of this one boat here, one archer ship being here on the side of the map, saving all these fishing boats here. Nice demo ship here
what a
coming
demo!
in.
From KnockKnock.
Close here from Hossein. So that one didn't connect, unfortunately, but great fight here so far. A couple demos here in the back here for Hossein. Maybe he will find a connect here. Being able to push back KnockKnock for now. And then there's always this looming threat here with demo ships. So nicely done. Overall, great micro here from both players. Not really hard committing and losing everything, but at the same time sniping down some ships here and there. Good snipe here and then as well here. So not able to connect with the demo ships. Like both players preventing that from happening. But there's more demo ships here coming in, and nice connect here from KnockKnock, getting at least one kill here.
Oh, here's the king again on land, and the nice maneuver on the water by Hossein, getting the better concave. This would be something if you play StarCraft 2. This would be if you've ever seen a roach on roach battle on Zerg, that's kind of what it looks like here.
Yeah.
Whoever can get the most amount of units fighting on each side will get the win here. We do have the king in Hossein's base. Let's see if KnockKnock this time has the APM to keep the king alive. Because now he wants to throw the king back on the transport ship. I wouldn't mind seeing KnockKnock. He has a lot of wood to spare. And we got a Mount Lu Academy coming up. I wouldn't mind a few longbowmen. Like just 3 or 4 getting transported across.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like you got 16 pop here in the transport ship, and so you might as well use it. And the thing is, if he only has like basically 2 longbows or even 1, he could deal with the spearman here, and that would force Hossein to really invest more into his land military. I mean, because right now, yeah, he lost the king once, so he has to rebuy the king, basically recrown him, which is a lot of resources, and investing into the spears is not as much. Losing the transport ship here as well, so a little bit. Well, I mean, it wasn't careless, but like unfortunate here oversight by KnockKnock. And again, we heard it again. So king got killed as well again after that. So losing the king twice, losing the transport ship, and well, as of for the looks of it, losing water as well here. So Hossein doing an amazing job here with minimal effort, keeping land intact, and then holding at least against the English here on water. Let's look if so. Admiralty is in. So if you look at the string of ships, for example, now with 7 range against. Wait a minute. Why is it only 7 range then? Shouldn't it be 8 then?
Don't tell me it's just archer ships and we've been gaslit the whole way.
What? Yeah, I mean, like I would be really disappointed. Do we have any? Okay, we don't even have archer ships. It's said in the tooltip, warships.
No, it's just archer ships.
It's really only archer
It's just
ships.
attack ships.
Oh man. Okay, well then I'm really sorry for misleading everybody. But I'm glad to confirm I'm not an English water main. So yeah, it's only the Okay, well, but then I wonder. So if he went for our Admiralty, and then he is not even going for. I mean, he has two galleys somewhere. Um, he's not even massing up the galleys. Then it's kind of like. Yes, it's 7.5.
Ah, no, wait, it's
So
if you
it's,
look at Hosein's dock, he has the Springle tank. Springles gain +1 range and attack faster.
oh, do
Because
they?
Hosein is in Castle Age. We never see Castle Age in water games. That's kind of why I actually appreciate Archipelago.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, so it is comforting to know that
Oh, this
they
White Tower,
also
no,
get
it's
the.
terrible, terrible. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how to play water maps, but I figure this White Tower should be on one of the sacred sites in the center of the map. But here comes the counterattack. These fishing ships are so exposed.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like having the. I mean, okay. So the choice generally to go for the White Tower, I think it's fine. Going for the King's Palace in this situation is not really like what you need. So I do understand the White Tower in general, and yes, it does protect your bay here. Um, but at the same time, like, yeah, yeah, I totally agree. If it would be on one of the sacred sites, that would definitely be an easy way for you to keep.
Oh, what
Um,
a snipe from Hossein, sniping the damage
yeah,
ships.
great snipe here. Um, so yeah, just imagine you would put the White Tower here, for example. You would also protect like the massive gold here, and then the stone in general, the wood lines, and then drop the Berkshire here. I mean, imagine that would be so fun. Um,
Oh, that would be hilarious, right?
so
Right in
that
the.
that would have been an
What-
option, but okay, at the same time, like I mean, he
I
can
want to
guess.
ask Chad. Sorry to interrupt you. I want
No
to
worries.
ask Chad a question. If the Berkshire got dropped in that little peninsula in the center island, would it be able to attack Hossein's island?
No,
Is
no, no,
that range enough?
no. Well, that would be fun, but I don't think it would be. I mean, I'm very positive that. I mean, it's like a screen range. That's definitely more than the Berkshire Palace. Um,
What if the night some fishing? That's for sure.
it would have definitely, yeah. I mean, for example, if it's here, like you can't fish these ones here. That's for sure. So they are off limit, and then you have to go all the way around here. So it would definitely be a great choice to do that. At the same time, if you look at the scouting, so KnockKnock didn't scout like this island at all. He knows that it's there, of course, and he can guess, or maybe even knows that there is a sacred site here, and that somewhere on the right side there is also a sacred site. So he probably is aware of that, but he hasn't scouted it. He hasn't scouted the relics except for his one here in the base. Um, Speaking of relics, we do have one relic being taken in here in the transport ship. Um, I wonder what would happen if you kill this ship and then the relic is like sunken to the bottom of the sea here, or if it just gets respawned where it was. I don't think like you probably lose it forever. So Jose
Titanic didn't
taking
respawn, dude.
yeah. So Jose taking the relics here. At least this first one. We'll have to check if he has gotten some more. It looks pretty even here, the fight. And now KnockKnock is pushing into Hosein's territory. There's a lot of docks here on Hosein's side, so whatever he gets as reinforcements is there immediately for the fight. Whereas for KnockKnock, he has to stream the units in here. You can see one by one going there. And it just takes forever for him to get there. Hosein going for the Imperial Age, still in Tang Dynasty, but going for Imperial Age here. Good choice overall, I think. I mean, if he can pull it off, and he gets the upgrades, his army is gonna be superior. And
Not just upgrades, but we have a Balchuan coming over. Balchuan is very powerful.
yeah,
The monks are getting the relics here for Hosein, which is also pretty good. But again, like that White Tower helped defend, but it did not go towards progressing the game state for KnockKnock. And KnockKnock is in control. At least he has map control. So KnockKnock could definitely start. Like he could have had that right tower on one of the sacred sites, preventing shenanigans. Oh, great usage of the ships. Hosein is kind of dead here.
Yeah, it looks like he went imp and then he is definitely lacking a lot of gold here, not enough wood. So I mean, yeah, he has enough food, that's great, but that doesn't really help him too much in pumping out units, especially not with the. I mean, Baochan, yeah, also takes 200 food. This is 80. This is 110. So it's. I mean, they do take food, which, by the way, I think is a good design choice. I believe in Age of Empires 2 it was only like food, wood and gold. So it does make sense that they also cost food because there must be units like sitting on the ship and firing away. But he's a little bit mismacroing here. A lot of food but not enough other resources. Losing a dock here as well. So 2 docks here lost already. These ones are halfway dead. And the Baochan, yes, they are very, very strong. But then again, if you only have one of them and you have 5 Springles against you, you can also not really make it work. Yeah, demo ship alone, unprotected, is not able to get onto the other ships here, and yeah, it feels like this is basically over right now. This dock is burning, so there's no docks here anymore. For Hosein, there's this one which is gonna go down now. Then there's the second one here. 2 more docks here on this side, but if you're only having 2 docks, like how do you get back into the game if your opponent has 5 or 6 actually?
So I'm thinking here, short of a miracle, getting a wonder up and it's somehow surviving, how does Hosein turn this one around?
Well, he did manage to stabilize his eco, so if he can get, so the tricky thing for him is he needs to get some docks out, and then get some boats out before his opponent knows about it. Because I mean, these 2 docks, they were like kind of obvious. And so they're scouted out, they're being denied, and you basically just lost 300 wood, and that's it. So what he would probably need to do is like put like 4 docks out here, and then pump out a couple of Springle ships and archer ships. Not even necessarily Baochans, because they're so expensive, they take a long time to get out, and they're also super slow. So the issue that he's having now here is that KnockKnock has more range than him, and he's having the faster ships, so he can like he can just run away from the Baochan and doesn't need to engage with it. And so only going for the Baochans here is definitely not a good choice.
No! Hosein is going for Springles!
Okay, yeah, I mean, they do still have the bonus damage against ships. But at the same time, he's Imperial Age. He might as well go for bombards, and like, there's not really a difference here.
Well, Springles are very cheap now.
They are pretty cheap, that's true. And yeah, so they do bonus damage against ships.
Yeah, plus 65.
Yeah, so basically 81 damage against ships. Then minus the range armor. So that's 5 demos, 5 Springles. So that's 400 damage. So basically 2-shotting the Hulk here. Yeah, is an option to turtle a little bit, but that alone is not gonna win you the game. So yeah, as I said, like, he needs to find a spot where he can put down a couple docks and then just pump out a couple of boats to get back into the game.
He needs God, that's what he needs.
Although we all need God in our lives. I mean, that's a theological question, I guess. So we don't need to go there, but the Springers for now doing a great job here. Pushing back KnockKnock, who I'm not even sure why he's deterred by that. I mean, he still has the superiority, still has a lot of boats here out on water. So
KnockKnock is trying to get his demos back.
I mean, he does have a lot of demos, and also the hulks. I mean, he could easily, okay, so I think what he should do is find a good spot for the Berkshire, which is right here, and then, uh, yeah, go for a Berkshire play, because he has enough resources to easily go imp, and then once he goes imp, he can use the enclosures. Nice demos here by KnockKnock, taking out half
Here
the
we go,
dog,
more demos against the
and also Springles. Yeah, it's just like you need 3 demos or 4, I think, against the dog. And then that's it. So yeah, just taking it out immediately. The Bao-chan here firing away. So they are a beast. So I mean, it is not fun to fight against the Bao-chans, especially if they mass up a little bit. But there's the Berkshire, as we talked about. So nice usage here. Of this little island here. He definitely, like, I mean, there's no way that he doesn't know about the sacred site here. So he's chopping through here, taking this sacred site, and at some point he should get this one here as well. This one relic was taken, this one was not for now. But yeah, as we talked about, so the range of these two definitely being denied here for hosein. And yeah, this might be like one of the last fights here. Like, what a great play here. 4 demos taking out the Bao-chan.
hosein might actually be back though.
Yeah, the thing is, like, the Bao-chans are so strong. Especially, okay, so what I forgot for a second is so he does have the Imperial tech that the Bao-chans, the warships, they fire away one. No, that's not it, but that's from the Temple of the Sun. But like they got
fire
one nest of bees shot or something like that, right?
Yeah, the nest of bees +1 range. Like, he has all of the attacks that concern Bao-chans.
There's the Temple of the Sun.
Really good. Oh, we have a trap attacking nothing. It's attacking ships. That's crazy. Okay, but at least KnockKnock has a place where you can gather very close.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so he got the +1 range here from Divine Defense, from the Temple of the Sun, which means that he's at 10 tiles range for the Bao-chan. So that's just a lot of range. So do we have any? Let's see. We should have somewhere the Karak. Where's the Karak? There's one. There's one. So let's move this one here. Why can't I see? Oh, that's the one here. So 10 range. So he is on par with the English. So even though the English got the bonus range on water, he can still contest that with his own Bao-chans. And the trap. It can't be that the trap could target the Berkshire here. But why do you get a trap here? I wonder.
Oh, the Bao-chans are going to destroy all of the demos except 2 that connect and destroy with Bao-chan. So kind of worth it.
Yeah, kind of worth it, but I mean, at the same time, if you like do the math and the amount that the demo I mean, they're not free, you know, like they still cost resources, and so I really wonder if it was if it was in fact worth it. So nicely holding here by hosein. He looked out. He looked like he was out, basically. He looked dead to me when he went imp, and then he didn't really have the numbers to contest KnockKnock.
Yeah, Springles made it.
Yeah, insane. But like the bonus damage here, and then the Springles being a lot cheaper now, really made a difference here. Now he can fire away the Berkshire if he can get it down, if he can get the villagers somehow. Oh my goodness, like, do you see that the Berkshire Palace just exploded?
Wow.
Like, it was full
Well,
life.
that's fast.
I mean, how in the world? It only took like 5 seconds, and it was down, like, completely gone. And now the villagers are on the run here. I mean, how? Oh my goodness, that was disgusting. I mean, I love it, but it was disgusting.
Yeah, it was disgusting. Where?
Ooh.
So, oh, we have knights on transports. Oh no, don't run into the Balchans. There's one empty transport that should go on front, just for it to be the one that goes
All those
down.
demo ships, and they only... Okay, he got to connect here, so that was kind of worth it, that's for sure, but... Oh my goodness, I mean, look at this. This is 88 plus damage against buildings. And then the rocket arrow here, the nest of bees basically, and the cannons. Oh my...
The transports went down.
Oh, you have to look at the projectile. That was so funny. Like
No,
it looked like
the
a
transports are going
homing
on the other
missile.
side. The transports are on the land.
Oh,
Oh, there are 29 here. 49.
oh, that is great. That is gonna be so great. So that's a very nice play here from KnockKnock. Just take a look at those homing missiles. That's so funny. The projectiles here from the ships, they look like homing missiles because they actually move their trajectory. So very, very nice. Yeah, I would say counter raid here by KnockKnock, killing a ton of villagers here. And yeah, you only have a couple of sprinkles here. Like what do you do now here against the knights here? I mean, we do have a couple of spearmen, but they're only feudal age. I mean, it's only one barracks with feudal age spearmen against elite knights. This could be the end, actually. Like, he might actually lose the game because
all
of
the
this.
landmarks are on the shore. Oh, see, he's got this. He's got.
Yeah, so
he's
okay,
got this.
let's look. So he will get the town center here as well. He got 2 already. That's... Wait a minute. So he did...
3 for 4.
Wait, he will
Only
get
the
that?
town center left.
That's the town center, that's it? Like, he will get the town center and then he wins the game. I don't know if he realizes that, but like, good sir, please take your ships and... Okay, well, either way. Wow! Wow, wow, wow. Holy cow, those Bauchans, my goodness.
Well, Balshan's OP.
Yeah, you saw it here first. I mean, like, wow. I mean, okay, the thing is, the Bauchan in combination with the Juicy's Legacy tech, and then also the bonus range that they get from the Temple of the Sun. Like, this combination is insane. I mean,
Absolutely nasty.
wow.
What a game.
What a game. Oh, okay, villager count. I mean, yeah,
I told you
brutal.
before, Manes. I told you before. We were gonna get archipelago games, and archipelago is not like your traditional water maps
No.
that we get on the land with tiny ponds or a river or something. It's massive open waters that can actually lead to very interesting games. And we got one right there. That was amazing.
Yeah, if that definitely was an amazing game. And so you can see, so we're playing on Pigeon's View. We've seen this map already today. Delhi against Ayyubids. So both players, it's a best of 3. Both players 1-1 at this point. And KnockKnock in yellow, Hosein again in his light blue color. What's your take on this matchup? What would you say? Who's favored, and do you like those picks or?
It's a very interesting matchup because it's clear that that Delhi and Ayyubids are very out of sync, and all of the power spikes are going to happen at different times of the game. So it's going to be about the players being able to hold on while the other side is at its strongest, and that often leads to very interesting games.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, out of sync is a nice way to put it. Delhi would usually more concerned about the sacred sites. There's two sacred sites here on this map, so one here on the north side, and then one here. So less sacred sites, so less opportunities for Delhi to rack up the gold here. But at the same time, it's also quicker and maybe easier to defend those sacred sites. So Delhi maybe more focused on the feudal age, while Ayyubids at least sometimes go for fast castle play into Desert Raiders or something like that.
Yeah,
So
sometimes they go for fast castle, not most of the times.
yeah, yeah. You know, like I'm careful in how I try to word it because I'm not always 100% sure on the latest meta and the latest way to play certain civs. Um, so
Yeah.
by the way, both berry civs are both getting 350 food on each berry patch once you have a mill here. So both players, of course, on the berries right now. Um,
Yeah, if you're a fan of boars, this is a matchup for you.
yeah, it's very boar friendly. Um, so that's for sure. So those two boars here again, like on each sacred side as well, could be in play actually. That would be fun to pull the boar while you're fighting here. So they will be safe at least from villagers. So their meat is not interesting to neither Sif here. Um, at Delhi, as we mentioned earlier, with the free tax, of course, getting the upgrades as soon as possible, especially in Feudal Age Sanctity, then of course. Um, got a quite a nice amount of sheep here over here, the KnockKnock. Um, Same
Yeah.
for Hosein, just delivered it at like 2:30, which is the it's a good timing for delivering your sheep in case you're on the sheep and then you would run out around that time, 2:30 to 3 minutes around that. Um, so nothing super special for now. We do have the logistics.
Culturing logistics. So two dervishes, their auras are turned on permanently, so they have area healing
Mm,
instead of healing one unit at a time. Really nice. One of the perks here for House of Wisdom of Ayyubids. So if you don't really know the game, how are Ayyubids and Abbasids different? This is their main difference. The House of Wisdom. The House of Wisdom for Ayyubids, they have one-time tax that usually bring them a huge spike of power as they age up. But then, of course, compared to Abbasid, that has more passive tax that grant them bonuses over the game. They get those spikes, but Abbasid usually carries those that power all throughout the game. Really nice. Yeah, people going with logistics usually they want to go for a push in Fiddle Age. So very different strategy for Ayyubids than what we saw in previous seasons, but this strategy is getting very popular for this season because of the change that they made to logistics where the healing aura turned on permanently.
mm. Yeah, I mean it definitely makes more sense than the other one, which would just be faster and cheaper lane age up. Which yeah, it's cool if you get to feudal age at like I don't know, like 3 minutes and something. But it's not really as good as having those two dervishes. Dervish just being the fancy term for the monk, shaman, prelate, monk or whatever. So like the religious unit basically for the Ayyubids on their camels, so they look quite nice here as you can see. Also, it looks like they could carry like people in here. That would be fun. Um,
Oh
but yeah,
yeah, the monk on the camel's back could definitely take a nap there.
oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, so that's a good choice overall. It feels like if you would go for the imams with the Ottomans, with the Vizier point, you get 2 Imams in Feudal Age. That's also very fun. And can mean that you get a lot of push power as well, just because you don't have to worry so much about your units getting hit by your opponent, because you can just heal them up easily again. And so you have the Ghazi Raiders against the Horsemen. Great situation for Ayyubids as well with the Dervish is that you pretty well counter the Ghazi Raiders, being cavalry units and getting the camel on ease, 20% less damage, which is not insignificant. Instead of 12 damage, you do 2. You do 10 rather. That can or 2. Just imagine you would only do 2 damage. You might as well fight with scouts at that point. That would be so broken. So yeah, both healing units here. That's really fun to see that. So very religious focused game here right now. By the way, we do have the Tower of Victory this time. So not the Dome of Faith. So no discounted scholars, but rather 20% attack speed for infantry. So spearmen, archers, men-at-arms, and crossbows. So very nice overall to make a feudal push more viable, especially because against opponents like Ayyubids, you might want to go with less Ghazi Raiders and with more infantry base composition. Also, only the infantry can build the palisade walls around the sacred sites, as we saw earlier. And so at some point you need to go for infantry anyway. Two blacksmiths as well, so going for the attacks because they just take forever if you only have one blacksmith. If you don't want to fight immediately, it's fine to only have one blacksmith, because usually you go with 2. Yeah, I mean, wow, that's a lot of horsemen here on Hosein's side.
KnockKnock also has a good amount. 8 horses now for KnockKnock. Don't forget, the more units that Delhi has to heal, the less efficient their healing is compared to Hosein's, who has 2 dervishes. But now we have techs coming in for KnockKnock. Right, 40 seconds until Iron Undermash kicks in. That's really when Delhi gets their power spike. Compared to Hossein, who's starting to wane a little bit, is not really getting any damage done now. Where early on he almost killed units and everything. So it's gonna be very interesting to see the development of the game here. As we head into another big fight. No healing for KnockKnock though. Oh, I don't think he wins this fight. Oh, he has to pull back. A lot of very low.
Ooh, yeah. He just lost 1 horseman. There's one more with like, where is it, like 7 health, so that's like 1 hit by the opponent's horseman. And yeah, as you mentioned, like getting the attacks here, that's really the power spike for Delhi. Hosein just having the double broadaxe right now. But again, like in general, like you have to discount or like to subtract basically like 20% of those 9. Just because of the damage. I mean, yeah, you can still tank away. That's fine. You don't lose the health, luckily. But it's just, yeah, so ineffective to fight with them with only doing 10 damage here. Still dealing fairly well with the horsemen, just because they're at 125 health and you're at 135 with the Ghazi Raiders. So 10 more health. You're doing a little less damage. Although you're still doing the same amount of damage, so overall Ghazi Raider is still a good choice, especially later on for flanking, for getting the archers, for maybe getting into the eco. I mean, there's no one here right now. He could get at some point. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, he doesn't see anything here. This is what I want to show. Again, with all the stealth forest here.
I want to play from KnockKnock. Is gonna get so many kills.
Ooh, that is a very nice pick off here. Getting 1 more kill here. And then this one is also nice around here, blocking the villager. He could also get this one if he wanted to commit for that. So nice pick off, getting 6 villager kills. That is huge against the Ayyubids. So it's not Abbasid with multiple TCs and stuff. Ayyubids usually don't go for more TCs, at least not early game early on. And so getting those kills here, those picks, is huge for KnockKnock. And now he can easily get the tower here because it's unprotected and undefended. So very good damage here by KnockKnock. Two spearmen being thrown away here, no match at all for all those Ghazi raiders, and then they're just burning away. I mean, this is pretty crazy here.
Yeah, so the Ayyubids have this mechanic called the Golden Age. So the more buildings that are connected to the House of Wisdom, the higher the influence is, and once you get to the specific numbers of buildings, you get bonuses that add up. So destroying those buildings actually becomes very important.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you usually can get the first one relatively quickly. The second one is not as important. But the first one, I mean, 10% gather rate for all resources, I mean, that's really huge. So you get that, you're fine, you're happy. Getting the phalanx here as well, so increasing the range by spearmen, so that the classic Abbasid, and then also Ayyubid tech for Hosein. But yeah, the thing is, like, this little fight here and the pick off gave KnockKnock the momentum, the time that he needed in order to go for the sacred sites. We're 12 minutes in, so it's very late going for the sacred sites. But yeah, you know what they say, better late than never, right?
Didn't really have time before with the pressure from Hosein.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he didn't have the time. Like, I'm not, you know, like, I didn't mean to criticize him. It's just like it is late. If you're like, this is my main objective. But he played it, like, I would say almost perfectly here. Biding his time, getting up his mass, and then once you have enough Ghazi raiders, you can even deal with a horseman dervish combo. And then once you pushed him back, got a little bit damage in, he still didn't heal up the... What? How is this Ghazi raider at 0 health? Like, how? How is he? I mean, I know that the game is not dealing in or like it's dealing in decimals, and so it's probably like 0.75 or something. But like, how is it at 0 health? Like, please, there's fixing game.
0 health.
Oh man.
Do you know how that's possible? Because it's a ghost.
It's like, yeah, well, now it's definitely a ghost. Oh my. Well, okay, that's difficult, denting into the spearmen here, especially with those long ass spears here as well. So, getting the sacred site denied. He just got it, but well, that's okay. But still, I mean, like, army value is still fine for him. Equal, both players, if you look at the resources, both players spending their resources, like, perfectly. So very nicely done here. I mean, like, this is incredible. Like, I wish my games would look like this, but suffice it to say, they don't.
They're over there and we're over here.
Exactly. And that's fine. I love being here, where I am, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to mention it, just point it out. Props to those players. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is exactly how you want it to be. So yeah, again, like, great players, amazing stuff here. Very high level play here. Conquerors at work, basically.
Oh, look at Hosein, leaving the spears at home, using the horsemen to attack, and he's going for a big counter push. A lot of those villagers are dead.
Yeah, he could have even gone for the surround here, then he would have been a little bit more effective even. This one villager gets out alive here. But yeah, nice push here, getting a couple of villager kills here. Dervish needs to be careful here for the tower not killing it. But yeah, you can easily deal with a couple spearmen here and with the outpost, and as soon as they're done, like he might actually lose all his villagers. But he's coming back with his army here. Um, so both taker sides are taken now. 9 minutes until it would mean win for KnockKnock. But let's see. I mean, okay, army numbers now definitely in favor for Delhi for KnockKnock.
Yeah, so as we mentioned in the pre-show, only 2 sacred sites on Pigeon's View. This is like high view, but apparently you see from even far away, even further away. So yeah, KnockKnock. On the driver's seat, you see the Sacred Victory counter picking down. That's a big push coming from KnockKnock. So I don't know how Hosein deals with this.
Well, I mean, he is currently trying to decap one of the sacred sites here, but this is disaster. This is a lot of dead villagers here. 15 dead villagers. And I mean, yeah, KnockKnock is not... He is knocking at the front door right now. And trying to end the game here and not letting Hosein get any more advantages here. No villagers in here, so even though it is the main TC, it's not really firing away heavily here. There's a little bit of here, okay.
Oh no, the dervishes are dead!
Dervishes are costly here, losing them, but at the same time, it's... Yeah, right now, like, the Hosein is just holding on. He can't be too picky about the dervishes, and they are the least of his problem. He lost all his army right now. And Delhi is completely overrunning him, and more villagers getting killed here. And I'm afraid that, yeah, he has to tap out. Wow.
Wow.
This this swung heavily, like so quickly into KnockKnock's favor that that Hosein got completely overrun by it. He didn't see that coming for sure.
No, and yeah, Hosein had the upper hand in the very early part of the game. Using the 2 dervishes and the early horseman was really good, and he pushed KnockKnock back into his base. But god damn it, once the upgrades kicked in for KnockKnock, just
Yeah.
damn, that was really good.
Yeah,
Something.
just damn. Well, I mean, if you look at the I'm just looking at the resources here with gold and food. Um, it. I wonder if he wanted to go up to Castle Age, I assume. And that's why he stopped producing units, and that basically cost him the game. If you look at the military count, he stopped producing units at like minute 14 something. Um, and KnockKnock didn't stop to produce, and so he outscaled him, and then it's like twice as many units here, and then half of them being spearmen. Yeah, like what are you gonna do against that? And so I think that was a miscalculation on Hosein's part, being like, oh, I think I can afford to go to Castle Age right now, and so he
Yeah.
macroed for that, and that cost him the game because yeah, KnockKnock sensed it or knew about it or whatever, and he just took his chance and went all in into the base, and
Yeah.
yeah, there was no coming back
To
there.
be fair to Hosein, though, he did need to progress the game state. He couldn't keep taking those bad fights forever. He was gonna lose eventually.
Yeah.
So eventually aging up had to be the play. The timing was just terrible.